From your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
All right, welcome back to Big Country Politics. We're coming at you from the Chamber of Commerce building in downtown Abilene on the second floor. Beautiful building. Doug Peters is here with us again. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we just want to check in with you, see what the Chamber's up to, and we want to talk to you about a couple of things. We're going to be talking about development over on the north side. We're going to want a update on the downtown hotel, and whatever else you want to talk about. Why don't we start with that update on the downtown hotel? I know there's a lot of concentration on that, and I know we talk about it a lot, but people are interested in this thing, and for good reason.
Well, and I hope they are, and I hope they continue to be. It's been a long process. When I first arrived in November of 15, I was told that this has been a 20-year pursuit for Abilene, Texas, and it wasn't shortly after I arrived that we were able to work with the city to pull some private sector vision into what has now become known as a festival district. So rather than just a one-off hotel, which by itself is an incredible thing for our community, we're now looking at a much broader area, which is 5th and 6th and basically Cedar over to Pine Street, and to really turn that into an area where people can congregate to celebrate outdoors and do a lot of different things. So that process has been ongoing for a long time. We were very fortunate as a community to identify a developer that has done a great job in working cooperatively with the city, with the chamber, with our economic development folks, and we fully believe that within 30 days or so we should have a master development agreement that's been vetted and looked at upside down and backwards to ensure that it is the right deal for Abilene, Texas at the right time before council for them to vote. So we're excited. We hope that after all this long process that we finally get to go, and I think the community will be far better off because of it.
When do you think we see shovels in the ground?
You know, that's a great question. You know, development takes a long time, and particularly when you're using older infrastructure in the downtown. There's a relocation of a city building that sits on that site currently. The water department, correct. So my guess is that from about 18 months after we sign that, we'll see physical dirt moving. There has been some dirt moved. We've done all the site work from ensuring that it's not an ancient Indian burial ground, or there's no, endangered species living under a rock over there. All that's been done. We've done the core samples to make sure that technologically the geotechnical piece of this thing is the site can support a hotel. But we'll have a ceremonial. I'm sure that there will be a ceremony down there where city officials can celebrate this huge achievement for the people of Abilene.
Well, you're really kind of breaking some news here. I mean, you said within 30 days we're going to have an agreement.
I said I'm hoping that within 30 days.
And then we're going to see some dirt moving here pretty soon. You have been parts of other chambers of commerce. Have you seen this done in other cities that you have worked?
I have. And it is always the result of a very strong public-private partnership. And what we have adopted here is a sense that this community can accomplish anything it wants to accomplish, as long as we all work together and sort of pull on the same end of the rope. And I have to tell you, that spirit of cooperation is what attracted my family and me to Abilene back in 2015. A lot of communities struggle to get out of their own way. Abilene, Texas isn't like that, and it's because this community has a we can get this done kind of spirit about it. And you can look all over the community and see how we want to invest in ourselves. We want to make sure that we're preparing a great community for those generations that follow us, and it's just it's a great example of how a community is supposed to work. And I'll tell you, we get calls all the time from other communities saying, how do you do that in Abilene, Texas? And we share our recipe, which is a spirit of cooperation.
So you said you've seen this done in other communities. How successful are these things? A hotel connected to a convention center in a town this size. I mean, we're hoping to pull in more conventions, stuff like that. This is something to draw in more business, right?
It's something to draw in more business. It's something to serve as a catalytic event to encourage additional investment in our downtown. From a development perspective, we've stood up a downtown initiative called the Downtown Abilene Initiative. So that's underway. We have a plan that the community helped us to write. Over 1,000 people participated in an engagement process over a period of about a year to help us create a vision for all of downtown. But it will be successful, in my view, for two reasons. One, we have local investment going into this hotel from two sources. Both of our local foundations, the Dodds Jones Foundation, the Diane Graves Owen Foundation, are putting in a sizable amount of capital. The private investor, based on two independent market studies, has told us this market will support it. In fact, the second one told us you're not building enough hotel. The demand is greater than what we had originally anticipated. So I think at the end of the day, this community is going to say, number one, don't know how you structured that deal the way it did to protect the taxpayers of Abilene, Texas, the way that they will be protected.
Sure.
And thank you for bringing in nearly $40 million in outside dollars to make this thing happen. And credit goes to the City of Abilene. They've done an incredible job through Robert Hanna, our city manager, and the folks that work alongside him of structuring a deal that is really remarkable.
It's very exciting. I'm sure I can't wait to see it. I can't really wait to see dirt moving. But when we come back after the break, I want to talk to you about North Side development.
Sure.
I know there's a lot of concentration on downtown Abilene right now, but there's a boom over on the north side right now, and we're going to talk to Doug Peters about all the development along I-20 when we come back on Big Country Politics.